Hi everyone, I'm Grahtles, and welcome to a new episode of City Skylines. This is Kyntre Islands, and the last time we left off, we put in high density European, and it's quite a large space. It took up quite a lot, but we got it all filled in. And if you're new to my channel and you don't know what I do Let's Plays, tutorials, tips, tricks on City Skylines. And if you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment, and share. So today we have a full episode. We do quite a lot. So what I mean by that is the last time when we did the European high density, we cut off that roundabout and we put in the highway in order to really help the traffic over in this high density area. So I'm going to have to put some kind of outlet over there because that's going to be our main connections for our forestry area. And so first we're going to start off by doing that. Then we're going to hit a milestone, which is very important. We're going to put in our first airport. We're going to open a new tile. We're going to put in a cargo train. And we're going to take a forestry area from 0 to 5. So let's go ahead and get started because we have so much to do. So like I said, the first thing we're going to do is start over here where we cut off that roundabout and we added the highway. So I just add a roundabout underneath and I make all the connections that go along with it. This is going to be our major connection for our forestry area, and our forestry area is going to be huge. So be prepared. So I did forget to add in the introduction that Jess Kano actually did a little share play with me, cleaned up a little bit of my lines on my trains, and added a bit of unique buildings and some high density down over in here. So I really want to give a shout out to him. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And this is where we're going to put our airport. So I'm just adding some recycling centers. We're having a little bit of issues with garbage, and this spot right here is good. It can pollute, it's fine, nobody's near it. So that's exactly what I do. And yeah, then I start making the road network for the airport. So right behind these railroads we have a nice space to add an airport. So because I really wasn't sure what I wanted to put in back here, I thought a nature reserve park, and I thought of a couple of ideas, but I really think a small airport would be really nice. We have a lot of connections down in here. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and start the road connections up into here, and hopefully we'll hit that milestone real soon. So there you go, we hit Metropolis and we'll get our airport. And we also got a tile to unlock, so let's go ahead and do that. So now I start planning out how I want to put this airport. I want to put it on an angle. I don't want it to go right over our residential area where they're flying right over them, because I wouldn't want that. So I'm thinking the angle is the best bet, so this way they fly kind of almost parallel to them, not over them or anything, so that's a good thing. And yeah, use a little bit of one-way roads just to get this in and out a little bit easier and to help with traffic. Next, we're going to start running our roads for our forest industry, and I wanted the 4-lane industry road to do that, and we're going to go over these trains and connect to the roundabout, and eventually we're going to connect to the other roundabout on the other side when we go to the new tile and we start running the roads over there. So basically I'm just going to run all the roads that I want for the network of the whole forestry industry. This is going to be a little bit of a broken up forest industry. We're going to have one side that's going to have like the production and the storage, and the other side where it grows. So you'll see as it comes along. And yeah, let's continue. Now that we got the basic layout of the forest roads, we're going to do the train tracks. So I'm going to just take this from over here, and I'm going to end up running it underground because of that big, deep hill there. It just makes more sense to run it under the ground there. It looks nice and parallel there too. So yeah, I'm just going to use it from right where the edge of the map is. And this way I think it'll help with the train traffic as well, because it has its own space to come right through. So yeah, this does take a little while. I'm not great at running trains, but I'm getting better. I've been getting better, but I'm just not perfect yet. So I do keep trying. So next we're going to run that industry paint, and again I 4 times this because this is where I really speed it up, because I don't want you to see how bad my painting skills are. But as you can see, it's going to be an extremely large area. So basically we're going to put the main house, I think the workers barracks and the maintenance buildings, and then all the crops over on this side, and then on the other side we're going to go ahead and put in all the production and all the storage. So that's going to have the sawmills and the pulp factory and all that stuff. So you'll see as we go along, but I think I like the broken up because this is super close to some of the residents, and it doesn't noise pollute that bad, and it also doesn't pollute at all. So just the crops, and over here is nice and quiet. The trucks do come in and out, but it's not too bad. Here I just run a road between the European high density and the forestry area, just so they have a way to get back and forth to work. So we hit level 2 and we start putting in the fruit crops and all the things we get with hitting level 2. And yeah, I do the same thing. I split it up. I put the crops down here and the production stuff and the storage up top. So we hit level 3, and that means that we're about halfway there to get into a full-fledged forestry industry. So that's pretty cool. Now, down by the crops, I did leave enough space between the crops and the roads to add these medium and large crops because they are quite long. The benefit of the large crops over the medium, as far as we only get them with the one side, we don't get them with the fruit. But they are wider and longer, and what that does is there's less trucks. So sometimes I like to do is replace the medium ones with the large ones, because instead of having like 5 or 6 crops, you'll only have 3, and that means less trucks, so it won't build up as much traffic. Another thing I did was when I added the crops, I left one square. So this way I can add walking paths. I do add the gravel paths. It looks nice. I don't know if it functions for anything, but when you're thinking about working on a farm or a forestry area, maybe they're picking the fruits off the tree, you would think the workers would walk down these paths. You see them all the time. So yeah, I don't know if they actually function in the game, because I rarely see people walking through these areas, unless I guess they're highly populated. But yeah, I think it just looks nice. level 4 in our forestry industry, and we get the large fruit crops. The funny part about it is they're the same size as the medium crops on the other side. We don't get a true large fruit crop. I don't know why, but it is what it is in the game. Over here I had to extend this area because we were running out of space. And on the other side of this is some oil, so we might do an oil industry as well, but we're definitely going to have to raise our population in order to do that. So we did get the workers' maintenance buildings, and we're going to have to make room for these. These are a little bit larger than the barracks, so I do have to rerun the roads. So we are a full-fledged forestry industry. So we hit level 5, we go ahead and we put in our pulp mills, and the remaining things we get with level 5, I think we get the large crops, and I do delete the medium crops to add room for some of these large ones like I explained before. And they do look nice. I really like those with the little house right there, or building, whatever you want to say. So hang on, we're going to go ahead and do an overview when we're done, and you'll get to see the sheer size of this forestry area. It's just enormous and it's nice. I really like this. So here I did want to say that I added the large warehouse, and I just put it on the overall forestry kind of thing, just to have something going on. And then I do go into unique buildings just like I did with the bakery for the farming, and I put in the furniture factory. So we do have a little bit of production down in here making some furniture, so that should be good. So here's a little overview of our forestry area, and it's huge. The industry is quite large, and I was, to be honest, a little unsure about splitting it up into these larger sections and I was worried about the traffic a little bit, but it actually is working out quite well. I think spreading it out so much just makes it look good, and it makes sense. We are getting a lot of cargo traffic coming in and out, but you'll see it comes in spurts and then it disperses, so it's not too bad. And yeah, so there is a huge thing with industries. I think some people are nervous about it, but it doesn't have to really be too nerve-wracking. If you do some one-way roads and you split it up into nice sections and get the production of the start to finish, you know, where it's produced and where it grows, and then, you know, storage, and you kind of split those into little bits of sections, it does work quite well. So if you like my content, would like to see more, please click the like button, subscribe, comment, and share. Next time, I think we're going to have to add some residents, because we're going to have people working at these industries. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.